in this little box. Check. How do we monitor this? What it's doing? Can I get to my screen? I don't know. I'm seeing it here, but I don't see chat. There we go, chat. There we are. Hey Don, how you doing? Chelle. Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello to the king of Katu. Loud and clear. Awesome. Awesome. So what are we doing today? We're talking about this, I guess, van build that I'm helping out with. I pretty much packaged everything together, had it ordered, and it's coming into me in bits and pieces here and there over the next 2 weeks. And I'm here to show you what we've actually ordered. What heat? Freezing cold in here. I'm at the Holiday Inn. It is very hot. It's supposed to get to, I believe, 115 tomorrow. It got up to 110 today. But staying cool in the pool and inside the lobby here until I get this project going. So, yeah, you guys ready to take a look at it? This is the basic overview that you see on the screen right now. This is a website from Will Prowse. Does a lot of this stuff. His channel is all about this off-grid living. I'm setting up a setup very similar to this, but mine's 12 volt, and I'm going to have 600 amps of amp hours batteries. I have two 300 amp hour batteries, two 300 amp hour batteries equaling 600 total in parallel. So I'm looking at 600 amps, which is pretty sizable. Hey, Desert Runner, how you doing? Like I promised, Desert Runner. Sorry, I'm getting confused with who I'm looking at. This is the camera I'm using today on the laptop. It's the camera, selfie camera. I'm monitoring everything on my Note 8. Zeb, before we start, everyone, Zeb, I got your packages. Wow. Zeb sent in a care package. Sent a whole bunch of soda my way. Thank you, sir. My favorites, by the way. He also sent me some gas money. He sent me $100 of gas, so I'm going to take that along to my next adventure. He also sent me in a let me see if I can make this any better for you guys through OBS. I think I have cam only with sound. Yeah, okay, here we go. So here's my camera. This is the Sony action camera that I've been using for my latest videos. And I have this on a gimbal. This has optical image stabilization. But one of the problems with this setup is this hole down here allows dust to get in. This thing pops right off. So this is to allow the microphone to hear. The microphone is right there. But within 5 or 10 minutes of using this, dust gets in there. Well, it's into this screen, which is glass. So I won't know that it's dirty. I can clean it. Nothing will happen to the inside, though. As you can see, it's kind of dirty on the inside. And you see that in the video. You see little highlights or little artificial or artifacts, I should. Zeb bought me an underwater case. Basically, it will enclose the whole thing from the outside world. I won't be able to access the mic in, which is right there, but I can cut a hole in the back of that case to allow this connector to go right in and still seal it off. Not for underwater use, but water splashing on it would be fine. Anyway, Zeb, thank you. Thank you, sir. He sent me the cover for that, which is not cheap. They're hard to find right now. So yeah, thank you, Zeb. I really appreciate that. Appreciate all the goodies you sent. The dinners. You sent me some dinners, some freeze-dried dinners. Mountain House. Yeah. Thank you, Zeb. Yeah, it was very kind of you. I really appreciate you doing that. Catherine, hey. Hey, Writer's here. Zeb's here, of course. The end is near, Richard. Earthquakes, hot temperatures. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, thank you for the care package. I really do enjoy all that. You're a very kind person to send that. So that's out of the way. Okay. Back to the business at hand, and that's sharing my desktop right now here. And I wanted to just get into a little bit of what I'm doing with my my little project here. Not really my project, is someone else's, and these people wanted a certain thing, and I put that in place, and you'll see in a second why. Let's get into it. So this is the 2,000 watt, 12 volt off-grid solar power system that we'll put together. Now you can see here's an ATS. This is to plug into shore power. So you can charge your batteries by plugging into, you know, shore power. Here's a fuse block. This will house all the fuses in which to run your components that you're hooking up to it. Mine won't have this 12 volt, 24 to 12 volt converter because my setup is all 12 volt. I will have a bus bar for the negative and the positive. I will not be using this battery protect. I will have pretty much the same 2,000, 4,000 watt inverter. And this is the same MPPT controller that I'll be using. And we have two batteries down here. My batteries will be 12 volt. These are 100 amp hour batteries. I'll be using 300 amp hour batteries. So yeah, that's the basic setup. These are the components that I pretty much bought and ordered. And here's where the solar array plugs into, right here. Very simple setup. I mean, this is everything you need minus the solar panels. So this is what I modeled my system after. And the components that I used, here they come. I'm using the Ampere Time 12 volt 300 amp lithium ion phosphate batteries, deep cycle batteries. Has an internal BMS in it, battery protect, and it also the MPPT itself has temperature protect as well. So I got kind of dual kind of, it sounds like someone's having an argument in the lobby here, but the MPPT has some redundancy, not redundancy, but some protection in it. And it actually protects against cold temperatures and too high of a temperature. I'm a little distracted right now, so I'm gonna, shh. I don't like tension. That's what's going on in the next room. And I think it's diffusing now. So I'm back. Okay, so these are the batteries I'm using. About 20 inches wide. Let's see here. It's taking too long to load this stuff at the bottom because I'm looking at other things. But here are the dimensions: 20 inches by 10 inches by 8.5 inches. So I got two of these suckers coming. It's about 69, 70 pounds each. I don't know why it's loading so slow. I think it has a lot to do with OBS and me using this computer to do all this stuff right now. Here are the solar panels I'm putting up. It's taking so long to load this. New power. Solar panels, 170 watt solar panels, about 500 watts. What's going on here? I clicked on something. Meds as low as one, what? I must have clicked on I must have clicked on this banner. This is 58, just over 58 inches by 26 inches by 1 3/8 high. These, I ordered 3 of these, so it's about 510 watts of solar on top of the van. You guys have any questions? All this stuff's ordered. I'm just going through a list of items that I will be putting into this kit that I'm putting together or morphing off of Will Prowse. Not much to really show there. I'll be doing all the wiring myself, all the crimping myself. So what else is next? PB, how you doing? Here's the pure sine wave inverter. It's a 2000 watt 12 volt DC to 110 to 120. Remote control, 4 AC outlets, dual USBs, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, this hooks up to the batteries. Be able to use DC power. Pretty straightforward. What's next? What else did I order? EP Ever MPPT charge controller. This is the 40 amp. I can over panel this thing apparently. But I think 510 is fine for what I'm doing. You guys can't hear me? Check. Stage. Check. Yeah, you guys can hear me. But not clear picture. Hey, Debbie, could you stop texting me in my live stream? Thank you. I know you're watching, so. I don't know what else I can do to make this any better than it is. It might be a setting inside my OBS. I just went through an upgrade today on my OBS, and it's a little janky right now, so probably have to fix that. But the audio is good. That's good. EP Ever MPPT solar controller. That's what I'm using there. Really bummed you guys can't see this. Maybe if I made it larger. Transform. Fit to screen. I don't know, is that any better? Probably not. It looks like crap here. Let me see if I can increase my quality. Oh, my quality is really low, so higher picture quality, data. Can you see the video okay, or is the video really poor? It's buffering. Getting buffering on my side. I am monitoring the quality of this here, though. Doesn't look like it's any better. Okay, it does work. I had a mine was too low, but I can see the picture fine. Video's good. Everything's good. So I'll leave it alone. This is why I don't like responding to a lot of people's comments on here. I'd rather figure it out myself, but can only hear when you talk. Well, you're supposed to hear something else when I'm not talking? Okay, so be tender. So far, what I've heard is that these are pretty accurate numbers. A lot of reviews on this. The only thing that this thing does not have, these batteries, doesn't have cold temperature shut off, but the MPPT controller does. That's why I was kind of hesitant to say it's redundant. It's not really. I have high temperature and low temperature shut off on the MPPT. The BMS on the battery itself has high temperature shut off. It does not have cold temperature shut off. You can damage the batteries if you try charging or discharging it in low temperatures. So that's what that's about. That's the charge controller. I can set this up to charge anything from lithium to lead acid batteries. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh, here's something kind of interesting. This is a Dometic Cool Air 2000 RTX. Yes, that price is correct. That's a 2000, almost $3,000. It's a $3,000 air conditioning unit for the top of the van. This is on order. This will be going in as well. It's a 12-volt air conditioner. Uses about 150 watts at 10 amps when it's on. It can go up to about 50 amps. I think when you first start it up, I forget what, but it's completely set up to be hooked right into the system. I've kind of built the system around this air conditioner as the, what do you call it, the central point. Central focus of the system is this air conditioner since it's so big. There's two different types of battery connections you can do. You can do series or parallel. I'll be running mine in parallel, which doubles your amperage, amp hours. It maintains your voltage. So I'm going to use two 12s at 300 amps each, 600 total. Pretty straightforward. And those are the major components. There's other things that hang off of this, like the battery shutoff, emergency battery shutoff. Got that going. Got a 50 amp fuse going, circuit breaker in there. It's all pretty straightforward. It's going on a board similar to this, but in different kind of configuration to live in the back of the van. I think they call it the garage. That's kind of what's going on. And I haven't even ordered the wiring. That's the second phase. I'll order the wire once everything's put onto the board, ready to go. I just don't want to overbuy wire, copper, for good reason. For good reason. Hey John, how you doing? Pixel Peter's here. Pixel Peter. No, I did not buy a van. This is not my van. This is somebody else's van. No, I'm just the person who was hired to install this stuff. Select, install, and get it going. Then hand it over to them. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Depends, Gibby, on the battery. Lithium batteries are finicky, so they don't like too high of a temperature and too low of a temperature. But any battery is going to suffer from high or low temperature. I believe I can take the lithium batteries. These are rated at 130 degrees Celsius high and 0 degrees Celsius low, or freezing. You don't want to freeze your batteries. Audio and picture in and out. Audio, picture in and out. What? But the van I was test driving is the van that they picked out or bought. So I feel good about that. It's a used vehicle, but it has, what, 40,000 miles on it. There's hardly any miles on it. I've driven it. It's great. A lot of power. It's a gas-driven vehicle. I've installed a roof rack already on that van to accept the solar panels that are coming in. Those get mounted up next. Then the air conditioner goes in. Then the wiring for everything goes into the van. So I can do the wiring separate from the air conditioner. But the air conditioner has to go in the back of the van, and then 3 solar panels in the front of it. I'll be locked down through super strut, painted super struts on top of the car, galvanized metal with super strut. Yeah. How fast does battery amp hour capacity degrade with use? It depends on how much you abuse the batteries, how much you exercise the batteries. There's a lot involved with answering that, but if you're good with your battery, I expect these batteries to last 10 to 20 years with this kind of setup. It should last that long if you're good with your batteries. We have a battery monitoring system from Victron coming. What else do we have? We also have a battery to battery charger. I'm going from a 12-volt battery into a Victron battery to battery charger that will bump it up so I can actually charge lithium batteries. You charge at a higher rate, I think 14.9 volts or something like that. Car alternator won't do that. So you're powering a battery charger basically up at 12 volts and you're bumping it up. Pretty cool. What else is in there? I think that's about it as far as things to go. VIP's here. reaching for the mouse to do a scroll on the. It's weird not to be streaming from my phone. I'm just monitoring from the phone. I use two Dokyo Portable for 210 watts. Nice. Whose van is this? I can't tell you. I'm not allowed to say. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be coy. It's just what it is. I haven't been given permission to say anything. I'm gonna zip it because I like this work. It's a lot of fun. He shows kind of how to set up. This is the circuit breaker I'm putting in, very similar to this one here. Inline fuse. Here's the panels. Here's the MPPT controller, 40 amp. This is the one I bought. These batteries here, the VMAX batteries, these are what I have inside of the X5. These are AGM batteries. This is the very one I have. I have two of these 155 amp batteries in my X5. 310 amp hours what I have in there to run my fridge time all year long. Yeah, I can only use about 50% of this battery capacity. So I only really have 155 amps that I can use. I don't think I've ever gone down below 120 amps. So it gives you an idea of the usage there. Now, the van that I'm helping out with is also getting a Dometic fridge. So you got an air conditioner and a fridge that are running all the time. So keep that in mind. This is a 12 volt, 2000 watt inverter. This is a 24 volt, excuse me. I have a 12 volt inverter. Wire. This is exactly how it's going into the van that I'm setting up. Yeah, it's all set up. Pretty nice. Panel mounts, battery monitor system. I'm using a Victron because I know it. Logs, I got all this crap. Oh look, there's a Dometic fridge. Got all kinds of stuff in here. Just land. I've been killing flies here. You guys are wondering what I'm doing. Yeah, that's it overall. Very simple setup. Setup I like. Greg, I still have mine. It's a Zamp suitcase foldable solar panel. Grade A monocrystalline solar cells. I keep doing that. Friends with benefits payment, I wish. Are you going to install flares? What do you mean? Where am I at? I'm at Pahrump in the Holiday Inn Hotel, enjoying their air conditioning in this 110-degree heat we have. The field let it. Come on, just land. I'll kill you. Seriously. Yeah, the AGMs are sealed lead batteries. These are AGM. These are lithium batteries. The ampere time. Pixel Peter, of course, it's a paid job. He'll be back. A lot of highs going on. It's supposed to be 115 tomorrow. Not looking forward to that. It's going to be hot for the next week. Nothing really to look forward to except swimming in the pool, hanging out at the pool, doing editing, putting this system together in the heat. But I'm stoked about this. I'm really excited about it. Videos will be coming once this stuff starts getting installed. I'm thinking about making a little case for all these components instead of just a board. Making a little case to drop 1 or 2 batteries into and see if I can finish it off that way. Yeah, I don't know. 115 here, it must be 125 to 135 down in Furnace Creek. Downtown Death Valley. Furnace Creek. Oh, I didn't even notice this. These are quick disconnects for power. Interesting. Didn't know that. Good idea. Huh. Well, that little guy, I swear. I'm gonna go follow it. Can you tell I don't like flies? Okay. 22 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Okay, Greg, catch you later. An outfitter business. I don't know. There's plenty of business out there like that. No, I'm not going to be putting flares on the van. No. Hey, Catherine, I'm not fitting any of this into the X5. The X5 is done. I don't have air conditioning in it, but um, no work on the X5. This is all going to the van. So I've been asked to put all this stuff, put a kit together, and install it. This should allow that person or these people to run air conditioner in this van for as long as they want. In fact, I watched a video with someone who had a less efficient air conditioner. They had about the same setup as mine, and they ran it for almost 10 hours straight, with all the doors open, air conditioning full blast on low. They were taxing the system, see how long they could go. About 10 hours. That's pretty amazing. So, and that was using a crappy, inefficient air conditioner. So I'm wondering really how far I'll be able to go with this setup. I should be able to go 10 hours. Why would you need to run an air conditioner for that long? It's beyond me, but hey. And that's really about it, guys. I don't look at these systems as really complex. Insulation goes in after this, but insulation is going to be Thinsulate. I think it's called thinsulate to avoid moths and bugs. Not cheap. But that's going into the walls, and then after that's done, putting up the walls, we have to buy a ceiling. Ceiling goes in, more insulation at the top. Once that's done, you're done. 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 So that's it, guys. Any questions? 10 hours of air conditioning is a pretty long time. Fix it, Larry conversion. Where is Desert Deb? She texted me something earlier. You heard me comment on that, but I haven't heard from her since. Oh wait. No? She texted me again. Hi, Deb. She's watching, apparently. Clear. She may or may not chime in. This or Deb needs to get a van. I think she lives out in Barstow, yes. Very tired right now. In the coming days, dang. Let's see, what is that? Oops. What was that? 23? There you go. That's it? $40, 42, 45. So by Wednesday, it should be 45 degrees Celsius ish. That's crazy. I did not feel the earthquake here. Is the van going to have a bathroom? Yes, it will. It will have, well, not a bathroom, it'll have a toilet. Not a bathroom. It will have a shower in the back. Open the doors, kind of shower. I'm just eager to get this going. This is how I felt when I started working on the X5, setting it up to be what it is now. Ordered a whole bunch of parts. Same things going through my mind. Like, what if I ordered the wrong part? But I know I went through everything. Now I'm eager to get it going. Okay, let's get the solar on, get that going. Yes, that was a consideration. Be tender. Yes. I recommended Thinsulate. These people went and did some research on it, and they agreed that this is the way to go. So we shall see. Insulation can be swapped out for something else. It's not a big deal. Stuff's not cheap though. Now almost $600 worth of insulate to insulate this van. Gibby, I'm not partnering with anyone. This is someone else's van, someone else's project. I just happen to be the person putting it all together and then installing it. That's really all I'm doing. I love this kind of work. It's fun. It's a big puzzle. What is this thing I'm looking at? Is this, what is this? Wide operation temperature range, 6 degrees Celsius to minus 20. No, I wouldn't take these things down to minus 20. This is one of the problems with this thing. They don't use low temperature shutoff in their BMS. So my charge controller, MPPT, should take care of that. Should turn it all off. Anywho, I wish the battery had it, because then you have another way of protecting the battery. That's it for my live stream, guys. Batteries will be in parallel. Two 300 amperes will make 600 amp hour batteries. Using lithium, I should be able to use 80% of that amperage. That makes me happy. And that should push this over the top as far as usability goes. These people use tools, whatnot. That's why the inverter's in there. Otherwise, I wouldn't even put it in. All my tools are battery powered. I think I use Milwaukee. I forgot what power tools I use, but I think they're Milwaukee's. Lithium battery hand tools, so I don't really need to plug in tools. Anywho, that's it for me today. As parts come in, I'll be doing more. Editing is coming, but for now, it's going to end my live stream today. Unless you guys have questions, comments, anything. Is noise a problem while sleeping in the X5? No, not at all. It's actually really quiet. I wish it were for me. I'm building it like it is for me. I'm running this project like it's my own. I wouldn't do anything differently than what you see me doing now. So if I had a Vanderbilt, this is exactly what I would do. $4,000 cycles. You know how many cycles I've been through in my X5? 29 cycles in 3.5 years. Gives you perspective. Anywho, guys, I'm going to cut it off now. More to come. I'll definitely keep cool, Pixel Peter. More videos coming. Got 3 or 4 more videos coming as far as explorers go, and then after that's done, you'll start seeing install videos after that. Different parts of the install for the this van. We'll see where that goes. Hopefully, you guys get a kick out of that. It's a lot of fun to do these things. At least the X5 was, and this should prove to be just the same. So, 0 gauge wire for the connection of the terminals, and then everything cascades down from that. Yeah, ready to go. Thanks for tuning in. I will update you as I go along, as I said, through live streams and also recorded install videos with this transit van. Ford Transit Van 250. Carrie, bye and bye. Putting together in Pahrump. Not sure if it's going to be in Pahrump or somewhere else. It's pretty hot in Pahrump right now. Yeah, that's right. Today's Friday. Everyone have a good weekend. And I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Where is the streaming at? It's on my laptop. Okay. So I think you gotta stop the OBS streaming first.